ನಮಸ್ತೆ, ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಸೌಮ್ಯಶ್ರೀ ಶರ್ಮಾ, ಸಸ್ಯ ಸಂಜೀವಿನಿ ಪಂಚಕರ್ಮ ಆಸ್ಪತ್ರೆ, ಅಶೋಕವನ, ಗೋಕರ್ಣ. ಇವತ್ತಿನ ದಿನ ನಾನು ಪಂಚಕರ್ಮ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು, ಪಂಚಕರ್ಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಹಾಗೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯ ಚಿಕಿತ್ಸೆಗಳು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಆಂಗ್ಲ ಭಾಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಯಾಕಂತಂದರೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಇದು ರೀಚ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಹಾಗೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನವರಿಗೆ ಇದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹಲವಾರು ಜನ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಿ. ಆಂಗ್ಲ ಭಾಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಒಂದೆರಡು ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನನ್ನು ಹಾಕಿ ಅಂತ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ದಿನ ನಾನು ಇದನ್ನು ಆಂಗ್ಲ ಭಾಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಓಕೆ, ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಯು ಆಲ್. So Panchakarma, do you have any idea what is this Panchakarma means? Okay, Pancha, the word meaning is 5. Karma, here karma is not that karma, yo karma way, not that karma. Here karma means procedures. Okay, the 5 main therapies which are mainly practiced. That's why it is called as Panchakarma. But as you all have seen, it is not just that 5 therapies. There are so many other therapies which are called as Upakarma. That means supportive therapies. So what are the 5 main therapies? Vamana, Virechana, Basti, Nasya and Rakta Mokshana. These 5 are the main treatment protocols or the main treatment principles to balance the Tridosha and the Saptadhatus and the 3 Malas. Okay, so these balance has to be attained from all the therapies, not just the Panchakarma. So Panchakarma is only 5 therapies, but what and all the other therapies what we are getting, no, all these are the supportive therapies. Upakarmas are many in number. For example, the Abhyanga, Shirodhara, Lepa, Katibasti, Griva Basti, or the Udvartana, eye treatment, Akshitarpana, Akshiparisheka, all these things are Upakarma. Basti is main treatment and Katibasti is Upakarma. So Basti is not same to Katibasti, Griva Basti and even Nabhi Basti. All these the Bastis are different. I'll explain that. Okay. So basically Panchakarma means 5 main protocols: Vamana, Virechana, Basti, Nasya and Rakta Mokshana. What is Vamana? Any idea? Vamana is the therapy where we induce the vomiting. We prepare your body, we prepare the doshas to get out of your body, and after that preparation for maybe like 4 days, 5 days or 6 days, then one fine day we will give you the medicines to vomit it out. And the Virechana is the therapy, purgation therapy, where we will induce the toilet. Here also the preparation of the body and preparation of the toxins are very important. It's not like okay, I'll take something and I go to the toilet. That's not detoxification. It is a planned purgation therapy. Like in the planned way we will induce the purgation, and it is mostly practiced even for the maintenance of the health as well. If you have any idea regarding Ayurveda, you might have heard that Ayurveda is not just for the healing, not just for the treatment. It is not just for the patients. Ayurveda is for each and every individual who want to maintain his health. Ayurveda says it aim, what it is says, swasthasya swasthya rakshanam and aturasya vikara prashamanam. That means Ayurveda is needed to maintain the swasthya of a swastha person, that is health of a healthy individual. That has to be maintained, right? And if at all, maybe because of a food habit or the life routine, stress levels or the climatic changes, due to so many other reasons, if at all we fail to maintain our health, then aturasya vikara prashamanam, to treat the condition of a deceased person or the patient. So this is the main aim of the Ayurveda. That's why Ayurveda is different from the other system of the medications, because other system of the medicines work only for the patients, but Ayurveda is not just for the patients. Ayurveda is for each and every individual. Each and every individual is in need of Ayurveda, either to maintain the health or to correct the disease. So it is needed for every one of us. And what is Ayurveda? Any idea? Nowadays you hear Ayurveda everywhere, right? Ayurvedic medicines, Ayurvedic kashaya, Ayurvedic massage, Ayurvedic beauty tips or the beauty products. Everywhere Ayurveda is like everywhere now. Wherever you go, you will find something with the prefix of Ayurveda. What is Ayurveda? The definition of the Ayurveda goes like Hita hitam sukham dukham ayustasya hita hitam manam cha ತಚ್ಚ ಯತ್ರೋಕ್ತಂ ಆಯುರ್ವೇದ ಸ ಉಚ್ಯತೆ. What does it mean? Anyone who is familiar with Sanskrit? Want to give a try? I'll tell you one more time. Hita hitam sukham dukkham ayus tasya hita hitam manam cha taccha yatroktam ayurveda sa uchyate. Hita ahitam sukha dukkha ayus tasya hita hitam, for our lifespan, for our ayushya, for our life. What is hita? What is ahita? What is sukha? What is dukkha? Manam cha taccha yatroktam. Mana, here mana means the measurement. It tells in which quantity or in which proportion if you do certain things which are good for you, which are bad for you. It gives you the quantitative instruction, do's and don'ts. What are the things and what are the quantity? If you do that, it will lead to hita, and what are the things which will give you ahita, sukha and dukkha. Hita hitam sukham dukkam ayus tasya hita hitam, for the ayus, for the lifespan, what is good and what is bad. That knowledge is given by the Ayurveda. That is what called as Ayurveda. So Ayurveda definition is not just the, most of the time people say that it's kada, it's medicine, it's massage, it's shirodhara, or it's relaxation. Most of the people think Ayurveda treatment means it is just relaxation or the shirodhara, that flower on the ear, and that luxury feeling or that relaxation feeling will be expected by most of the people, but not so. The people who have undergone the virechana, if you ask them, they will tell you how stressful or how difficult, how tough it is, because it is just like the way we wash our silk cloth or very expensive cloth. How do you wash that? Just like the normal night dress we wash. Do we wash it in the same way? No, we take a lot of care and we do it. And even the night dress also, if it is too much of the dirt and it is messy, then what we do? We soak it in the soap water, right? Then we beat it or take the brush and rub it. Or even if you put it in the washing machine, what do you put? For the sports or for the heavy laundry thing, you will put it. When it is very dirty, you do so much of the heavy steps to clean that cloth, and at the same time to make sure that cloth is not damaged, right? In the same way, Panchakarma therapies are done intensively. These are very intensive therapies. Vamana, Virechana, Basti, Nasya, Raktamokshana. These are not just for the time pass. These are not just for the relaxation, or this is not something like that what you see in the pictures. These are having effect on your physical body, emotional body, as well as on your spirituality. On all the levels it is working. So most of the time you see the up and down. The graph will not be on the straight line. It's not that relaxing whole day. It is always going up and down. That's how the treatment affects your body and mind and spirituality. So Ayurveda, Panchakarma, all these things, because this is taken for granted, because most of the people think that Ayurveda has no side effect, yoga has no side effect, it is safe to use, you can even use it without prescription, anybody can use it, right? Even any of you think so? Yeah, you think so? Yeah, most of the people think so, and most of you are coming to Ayurveda because you think that it has no side effect, or you think that it can be taken generally, it is giving no harm, right? But it is wrong. Ayurveda also do have side effect, complications, problems if it is given improperly. If it is assessment is not done properly, of the selection of the medicine is not done properly, or selection of the patient is not done properly, then definitely even Ayurveda is also giving the side effect and the complication. But with my all respect, I must say that it is not the fault of Ayurveda, it is the fault of Vaidya. The Vaidya what you are going to, or the people whom you are listening to. If you are listening to your neighbor auntie and you are saying that, auntie suggested, even she used, it seems it is nice, so even I can use it, then definitely it is the mistake of that auntie, not the Ayurveda. And it's mistake of your ignorance who thinks that, you can simply blindly follow her instruction and do that. Because why we are going to college for 5.5 years just to get one degree? Forget about masters and other PhD and all those things. Just to get the degree, we have to go to college for 5.5 years. Then to get the master degree, like I have taken the master degree in Panchakarma, just for the master degree it is 3 years. All the other MBBS MD is for 2 years MD, but Ayurveda MD is for 3 years. So a doctor is studying so hard for 5.5 years, then for 3 years for the specialization. Then if doing PhD means another 5 years, and at the end of the day you are listening to your neighbor auntie means, why are we going to college? Why there are so many colleges of Ayurveda? So definitely Ayurveda, even I think the Acharyas knew all these things before only. So Acharyas have written this in the Samhitas as well. In the sloka they say this Ayurveda, this knowledge is like double-sided sword. It's just like the knife you use it in the kitchen. If you give it to the person who doesn't even know how to use it, or if the kid comes and touches it, what do? You say that don't touch it, don't come here, don't touch it. Why? Because even though it is useful for you, but for the child who doesn't know how to use it, it can become problematic. It can give the problems, or it can create some of the accidents. That's why you say that stay away of this item, right? Or you always keep it somewhere where your kid cannot touch it. Yeah, you keep it safely. In the same way, the knowledge of the Ayurveda, it has everything in it, everything. It is like a big ocean of all the informations. But if you don't assess your personality or the prakriti correctly, if you don't assess the disease, the roga prakriti, one is deha prakriti, another is roga prakriti. Deha prakriti is what is your body's constitution, vata, pitta, kapha. And the roga prakriti is what is the diagnosis of your problem and what stage it is, what are the organs affected, and what dosha is dominating in your disease as well. That's why when Vaidya tests your Nadi, he cannot say just the Prakriti, he is actually assessing your Vikriti. Vikriti is the Prakriti of the Roga. It is Roga Prakriti, that is Vikriti for us. What is the nature of the disease is the Vikriti for us. So whenever we see that okay, Vata is more, Pitta is more, Kapha is more, whatever it is disturbed, it is also the Prakriti of the disease. Whatever the problem, diagnosis, whatever you are having, in that particular condition, which one is more dominating? Whether Vata is more dominating, whether Pitta is more dominating. In the same PCOD, if we talk about the hormonal imbalances, in the same PCOD you see the Pitta imbalance as well, Kapha imbalance as well, or some of the time Vata imbalance as well. So even in the Roga, even in the disease, there are variations. There are fluctuation of the dosha proportions, how much dosha is involved and how it is impacting on the person. Because if the Vata person, like your Deha Prakriti is Vata and you are getting affected with the Vataja Vyadhis, the treatment protocol changes. Or let's say your body constitution is Kapha, but you are getting affected with the Vataja problem or Vataja disorder, then the treatment protocol will be changed. Because it's also the relationship between your body and your disease, and which dosha is predominant in both the condition. That has to be analysis. That analysis has to be done to give the proper treatment and the proper diagnosis or proper understanding of that particular condition. Okay, what happened, what dosha, what dhatu. Because we are all familiar with the Vata, Pitta and Kapha. But it is not just Vata, Pitta, Kapha. Our body is made up of Tridosha, Saptadhatu and Trimala. Saptadhatu. What are the Saptadhatu? Any idea? These are the body building units. 7 body building units are there. So Saptadhatus are Rasa, Rakta, Mamsa, Asti. See here, when I say Rasa, it is not the rasam or it's the body fluid, or it is the sattva of the food what we are getting digested. Rasadhatu, the sattva which we are getting from the food, that is Rasadhatu, or all the interstitial fluid we can correlate it to. But it is not just interstitial fluid, but on a superficial level we can correlate, or at least for the basic understanding you can imagine all the interstitial fluid, hormones, everything, whatever it comes in the rasa form, in the liquid form inside your body, which is needed for the proper functioning and the proper development of the body, that is considered as the Rasadhatu. It is one, like the one pillar of our body, Rasa. Then comes Rakta, blood. Yeah, most of the things, at least 4 of them you have guessed it correctly. Rasa, Rakta. Then comes Mamsa, that is muscles. Then comes Meda. Then Asti. Asti is bones. Okay. Then how many over now? Rasa, Rakta, Mamsa is muscles, and Meda is fat. Kobbu anta heltivalva, aa kobbu, fat. Then Asti, muscle. Majja is the bone marrow. Then last one, what it could be? I have covered everything, no? Shukra, that is semen, or the we can say as the andanu as well, egg. The reproductory health, or the strength, or the sattva of the reproduction. Shukra dhatu is broadly compare, or superficially you can compare it to the semen, but not just the semen. Okay, so these are the 7 body building units, Saptadhatu. And then 3 malas. What are the 3 malas? This can be guessed easily. Sweat, urine, yes, toilet. So these 3 are the 3 malas. So your body is like when you are getting diagnosed with some of the problem, it is not just Vata Pitta Kapha. It's also the Saptadhatus and 3 malas. And the proportion and the combination. Sometimes, okay, Vata with Rasadhatu disturbance, which is leading to the Sweda imbalance, the sweat imbalance. Or sometimes Pitta, too much of the Pitta aggravation or the Pitta imbalance with Mamsadhatu involvement, or the Rasadhatu, Raktadhatu. Like this way, even the combination always changes from person to person. So probably when we say that you need to come here for the Nadi Pariksha, most of you will be thinking, no, it is practically, it is impossible. No, we are staying somewhere far, and all these doctors are telling that in this digital area, in this digital phase where we are, and these doctors are still saying that no, you need to come here for the Nadi Pariksha, and after Nadi Pariksha we will decide. Because Ayurveda, and for the practice of the Ayurveda, this is the only way. We have to see the patient, we have to see the Nadi, we have to assess the patient in person. That is mandatory. This online consultation and all is just for the superficial understanding, or just to at least have an idea what are the doshas imbalanced and what is the condition, just for that. But Nadi Pariksha is mandatory if you want to get the authentic Ayurveda treatment. Even in the Nadi Pariksha also, there are so many people complaining that it is not at all customer friendly. Morning 6 to 8, who will come? They will say that you come and see our patients. They will come morning 6 to 8. Yes. Why 6 to 8? See, you can ask me, if you already know the Nadi Pariksha methodology, why can't you do it now? Can't you see my Nadi now? Definitely I can see your Nadi now. But I can only make money out of that. I cannot give you the result out of this, because at this moment, for the time being, it is 6 o'clock, 6:20. At this time, if I assess your Nadi Pariksha, if it is done at this time, it will be dominated by vata for sure. So what happens, even in the day also there are variations of the vata, pitta and kapha. In the early morning hours there is more dominant kapha, and in the midday there is pitta, and in the evening vata. So what happens, there is more dominance of the vata. So let's imagine that you are coming here because of the like PCOD or the knee pain problem or the back pain, which is like more of the vata dominating disease. In that condition, if I assess your nadi at the time of where vata dominance is there naturally because of the climate, what happens? It will mislead the doctor. It will mislead the diagnosis. That's why early morning hours are explained or suggested for nadi pariksha, because it is less impacted from the external features like the food. So in the food also, when you are too hungry, one dosha is disturbed. When you are just having the food, another dosha is disturbed, and at the time of digestion, another dosha. What happens when you are too hungry? There is more of vata. If I test your nadi just before you have the food, when you are too hungry, there will be vata predominance. When you have just had your food, there will be kapha predominance. You just had your food. And when you are just digesting your food, for the digestion of the food, there is more of the pitta in your body. So even when you are hungry or when you are just had or you are about to have the food, that time also it cannot be tested. So early morning before like between 6 to 8 when we do the nadi pariksha, what happens? It is less affected. And even the nature of the vata, pitta, kapha also, if you see, kapha is more stable, stubborn or more likely unaffected, not so easily affected. Pitta is like fierceful, like the fire, and the vata is like the wind, like very fluctuating, highly changing and easily manipulating. So even the time of the kapha dosha, where morning when we do it, it's also because when there is more of the predominant of the kapha, you are unlikely to get affected easily, or that influence of anything cannot happen so easily because of the stubborn nature or the strong, calm, focused nature of the kapha. That's also helpful. That's why nadi pariksha has to be done early morning only. It's for your betterment, so that we don't, the nadi pariksha analysis will not mislead the doctor or the patient. Even the same condition of the sandhivata, the knee joint pain, if we assess in the evening, we may say that, oh, it is something very serious, so much problematic, you need to get admitted tomorrow only, very serious. But the same thing when you assess in the morning, it says that okay, it is in the condition where it is getting degenerated, you have to take the precautions. Probably you may try taking the medicines for 1 month or 2 months or at least for 3 months. Then if it is not manageable, then we can go for the admission. Like this way, it can help you. So when we say that we are doing nadi pariksha between only 6 to 8, it is for the benefit of the patient. This is the way classically we have to practice the nadi pariksha. Nadi pariksha can be done any time if I want to make. But if I have to give the results, because ultimately see, all of you are here from different part of the country, different states and different areas. Why are you here? Everyone is busy, right? But even in this busy schedule, and this lady even had left her small kid and come, no? Why are you here? Because the health has so much importance in your role, in your life. That health has so much importance in your life, and you are trying to find out the health in whatever the way, how far it is, how difficult it is, but you are still doing that, right? Because it is the way how the Ayurveda is practiced, even in the ancient time also, it is the way it is practiced. But probably the authentic way of practice sometimes becomes practically difficult. It is not so easy every time going to the garden. Here the nursing staff you might have seen, everywhere nursing staff duty is go to the pharmacy, get the catheter, get the syringe or get the bottles and do this. It is easy just from the pharmacy, even from the pharmacy they don't go. They just tell the patient, these are the medicines, get it from the pharmacy, and they will just administer, they will inject. But here are the nursing staff, what they do? Every morning, 10 o'clock kashayam, they go to garden, take the leaves, take the fruits, make the kashaya, make the juice and give it to the patient. So it is so difficult. If you see practically, it is so difficult. Everyone is here working so hard. Why? If you have to give the result, that much of the backside work is very, very important. That has to be done. Otherwise, we cannot give the result. For example, simple example of the noni juice. Nowadays, it is very popular. You all might have even tasted it or tried it already. But see, this is the problem of not giving the proper information to the people, general public. Like sometimes even I feel that we Ayurvedic doctors are responsible for this, because we are so many in number. If you go to any city or anywhere, you see the Ayurveda doctors or the Ayurveda board in every road, right? Everywhere there are Ayurveda doctors, Ayurveda practitioners. But still we are failing to give the proper information to the patient. That's why the public is getting misleaded, or they are getting the wrong information, or the wrong products are getting more of the popularity. Why? Because marketing plays the higher role, and our information or the genuine information is not being given to anyone. Juice, that is swarasa. In Ayurveda, juice is called as swarasa. That is Sanskrit word. Swarasa, what does it mean? Swarasa means the juice extraction, or whatever, the fruit juice or the vegetable juice, whatever the extraction of the fresh juice. And in the administration of the juice, Ayurveda says swarasaha sadyam prayunjita. Sadhya means immediately. Prayunjita means has to be administered. Swarasa, any juice, extracted juice, if you want to use it, it has to be freshly administered. You have to pluck the noni, make the juice and give it to the patient. That is the basic principles. I am not going into the advanced thing and all. I am telling you the basics. The basic one line shloka, sutra we call. Sutra is formulas. Just like the way in the mathematics there are so many formulas, and you say that okay, formula if you apply you will get the correct answer, right? In the same way in Ayurveda we have sutra sthana. There each and every formulas is given to doctors. These are the formulas. If you use it, you will get the result for sure. And that one line sutra is swarasaha sadyam prayunjita. Swarasa has to be used immediately, or at least within 3 hours, not more than that. What happens if you have to keep it for, okay, I will give you 10 noni fruits. You have to keep it. Is it possible for you to keep it without any preservatives or without any processing? It will get spoiled. That is the nature. That is the nature of any fruit or any juice. If you extract and keep it, what happens? It will get spoiled. So if I tell you that I am giving you the juice, any herbal juice, any juice, and I say that it is chemical free, it is essence free, it is flavor free, that free, I must say that it's also medicinal free. Medicinal quality is also not there in that. Because the juice or the swarasa has to be administered quickly, fresh form only. If I have to give it for a longer duration, what we have to do, Ayurveda tells, asava arishta, like the daksha arishta, then ashoka arishta, dashamula arishta. What are they? These are the asava arishta, that is fermented form of the medicines. That has to be used for the long term. Draksha arishta, you keep it for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, nothing will happen. More than that, it will become more strong enough. The dosage will be reducing as the year passes, as it becomes older, the quality increases. That's how beautiful our Ayurveda is. It has given the solution for everything. Other day I was talking about the milk, and I was telling what do you do if the milk is left out, there is more milk. Usually we keep it in the fridge, we keep it for tomorrow. No, Ayurveda says that you make curd out of it. So this making the milk, curd, then the buttermilk, the butter extraction and the ghee is actually increasing the shelf life of the milk. It is not for the variety of the things what you want to eat. No. For the varieties, there are so many varieties. You don't have to do all this drama just for eating variety food. No. This samskara, this is called as samskara. Milk is given Agni samskara. So the raw milk, if you keep it, it will get spoiled within 3 to 6 hours. So you give the Agni samskara. You heat it so that at least you can keep it for 12 hours without any problem. So this Agni samskara is increasing the shelf life of that milk. Then okay, but still it is left out. What you have to do? You have to make the curd out of it. So that, see, today is leftover milk, but for tomorrow it is fresh yogurt. It is fresh curd. It has to be used for tomorrow afternoon lunch. But it is still left. Then what you have to do? Churn it. That's also samskara. One after the another samskara is given, and that samskara, they say that samskarena gunantaradana muchyate. What is this? By giving these samskaras, gunantaradana, that is enhancing the quality as well. See, even if you see the comparison, compared to milk and the ghee, which one is having more quality? Ghee, because samskarena gunantaradana muchyate, because of the continuous processing, the samskara given to the milk, it has enhanced the quality of the milk. So this preparation of the milk, from milk to the ghee, it is not just for the varieties or not for any other reason. It is just to enhance the shelf life period of the milk. You do it, but the curd and then the buttermilk, you take the makhan, that the butter. Again, shelf life has increased. The makhan can be kept in the water or in the buttermilk. The butter can be kept for, even if you don't have the fridge also, it can be kept for 3, 4, 5 days. It will not get spoiled if you keep it in the clean water, or if you change the water every day, it will not get spoiled. It is again enhancing the shelf life. Then the butter, again that butter is given Agni samskara. You heat it and you convert it into ghee, and the ghee, it has no expiry date. As the ghee gets older, the medicinal value increases. For the Purana Grata, for the Grata which is 1 year old, there is 3 times more rate than the normal ghee. For Pra-Purana Grata, that is 10-year old, it is almost 10 to 20,000 rupees for 1 kg of the Pra-Purana Grata. So as the ghee gets older, the medicinal value increases. And the shelf life, see, the milk which is getting spoiled within 3 to 6 hours without adding any chemicals, without adding any processing, any other harmful processing methods, we have extended the shelf life to unlimited time period, and also enhancing the quality. Not just extension of the shelf life, it is also enhancing of the quality as well. Alva? Milk quality and the ghee quality, definitely ghee is very shrestha, atyuttama, right? This is how Ayurveda teaches you everything. Why we are so proud about Ayurveda, why we love our science so much, not just because we are Ayurveda doctor, it's because we have seen the result, or we have seen the way Acharyas or the Samhitas teaches you everything. At what time you have to get up, what to eat, what not to eat, how to sleep, how to talk, how to live, how to die, everything. Everything is taught in Ayurveda. That's why we love it. And see, we Indians are so privileged that we have this in our genetics at least. You might have not studied Ayurveda, but your ancestors, great grandfathers, their great grandfathers, their great grandfathers, every one of us were talking in Sanskrit, right? Every one of us were practicing Ayurveda in daily life, routine life. Every one of us were practicing it. We are so privileged to at least have that genetics in our body. It is just that now it is not used, just like the tail which disappeared without using it. Similarly, the Ayurveda knowledge has gone because we are not using it, or currently we are not getting exposed to this anywhere. That's why Ayurveda, the life science, it is like I gave you the example of the big ocean, right? Why? Because if I am sitting in the seashore, okay, and every day I am not entering into the sea, I am just sitting in the seashore. What it feels, what I think about the ocean. If you ask me, what is there in the ocean? What I say, there's a lot of water. It comes and it goes. It comes and it goes. For the person who is only sitting on the seashore, he can only say that much. Because he's like, yeah, I'm damn sure because I'm seeing it every day. Pratyaksha, I'm seeing it. And I know it. It is just water. And the one who is doing fishing, or the one who is into the sea, if you ask him, he will say, no, there are big fishes, different animals, sea animals. We can get them, cook them, eat them, right? So his point of view is, he says, no, sea has a lot of water and also it has so many animals. And when you dive in and you see, you explore, you understand, so many precious things are there within the ocean. There is so much to explore, and no matter how far you go, at the end again you feel like it is incomplete. It's never complete. There are so many things to explore and to know about. Same thing with the Ayurveda. I always give the example that if let's say I am the topper of my college, the gold medalist of the university, and soon after finishing my graduation, if I write one book, the complete knowledge of Ayurveda, because I am very proud of myself, gold medalist, and I read everything, I know everything about Ayurveda, so I will write one book about Ayurveda. And then I go for my masters, I finish my masters and the PhD. Then if I read that book, it's like, kya likha hai maine? What I have written? It is so incomplete. There are so many things to be added to this. So I write it in another version. Soon after my MD or PhD, I write another version, the next edition it comes. Then I start my practice. After practicing for 5 years, I read my own book. I feel like, what is this I have written? So incomplete book it is. It has nothing in it. I will write another version. Another new edition will come with added information. If I read the same book after 20 years or 30 years of my practice, probably the book what I have written just after receiving the gold medal, I will throw it away. What I have written, who will tell that this is the book of Ayurveda? No. It has nothing. You read this book. This is actual life. This is how, the more deep you go, the more deep, this is like, you need to learn swimming to go down and explore the things. Without putting effort to learn the swimming, just sitting in the seashore, relaxing, juice, hi, relaxing and saying that no, ocean is full of water. It comes and goes, that's it. There is nothing else in the ocean. Another man comes to this person and sit next to him and says, no, it's full of all the precious things. There are corals, there are pearls, all these things. Hey, no, I have seen with my eyes. I'm not telling something which is, I have not seen. I have seen how the ocean is. I sit in front of the ocean every day. From last 30, 40 years I am doing it. And you, someone coming today and telling me that it has that, this and all, nothing. It is totally wrong. It is just full of water and that's it. This is how the respect towards any science. You might have seen certain people who are commenting that okay, Ayurveda is everything, and you might also have seen the people who says that Ayurveda कुछ नहीं होता है, कुछ जड़ी बूटियों के नाम पे स्टीरॉइड दे देते हैं, ये दे देते हैं, वो दे देते हैं, ऐसे भी बोलने वाले लोग रहते हैं, right? The one who is telling that Ayurveda has nothing, it is simply some of the herbs or some steroids or something in the fake name. They give you some of the things and you feel good for a time, but it is not working. And there are also people who are saying that Ayurveda is everything. It is just like those person who are sitting on the seashore and who just dived inside the ocean. Same difference. It is depending on the person's perspective and his personal experience of using that science. For example, there are many patients when we do the consultation, especially in the online consultation, there are so many patients who are asking that, Madam, I am taking this, or I am homeopathy, this thing, is it okay to continue or is it okay? And he gave me that medicine, this medicine, and I think that because of this medicines, I got this side effect and all. So what should I do as Ayurveda doctor? If I am ethically right, what I should do? I will say that, see madam, I am an Ayurveda doctor, so I don't know anything about homeopathy. So better thing, if you want to take the opinion about the homeopathic medicine which is prescribed, you need to go to another homeopathy doctor only. Because simply standing here in the path of Ayurveda and saying that no, all those things are bullshit, they are nothing, you leave all of them, or oh, those are the medicines which gave you this disease and all. Commenting is so easy. But who am I to comment that? What knowledge I have in homeopathy? Right? Without knowing anything, without studying any of the science, how can I comment? But for Ayurveda, there are many people doing this. They have never studied Ayurveda. They have never taken the Ayurveda medicines. They have never or even put an effort to understand what is there in the Ayurveda. But they say, you go to Ayurveda, your kidney will get over. Kidney fail, for sure. Liver fail, for sure. There are so many people who comment like that. This is the ignorance of that particular person. So, without having any, even if the people who ask about naturopathy, homeopathy, Siddha, Unani or allopathy, I say that please contact the same doctor, clarify your doubt. If it is not satisfactory, go to another homeopathy doctor only, another naturopathy doctor only to clarify those principles. Not like you cannot go to allopathy doctor and ask the medicine doubt about Ayurveda. Definitely he will scold because he doesn't know it. It's not his mistake, it is the mistake of the patient who is going and asking the allopathy doctor about I took this, it's okay, no. How can you expect that he will say okay for it? Definitely he will say not okay. Definitely he will say that because of this only that happened. He will say. Because it is not his science, he is not expert in that particular thing, he has no knowledge regarding that. That's why we need to study, or at least this, being Indians, I feel like every one of us at least should be having the basics of Ayurveda. I am not telling that every one of you start giving the medications and start practicing it. At least in daily life routine, what is Ayurveda? How we can use it in our kitchen, how we can use it in our life routine, how we can use it for better sleep, how we can use it for better mental health. Nowadays mental health is such a great thing. See, yesterday, in the last week, the PU result or this result came, no, 10th or the PU result came. So many suicidal cases. Every day I open the newspaper, suicide. Believe me, we are all past this 10th, 12th and all these things. Today you are all here because of me and Patanjali. Do you know how much marks we got in 10th and 12th? Who asked? But the kids have put so much of pressure saying that okay, this is it. If you fail or if you get low mark, you can do nothing, you are good for nothing. That tremendous pressure is leading to the suicidal attempt. That much of the pressure for the kid. Nobody, I feel bad because nobody is going to that kid and telling that no man, nobody will ask your 10th marks. Once you become successful or in any field, where whatever you are doing, whether you will become an electrician, a plumber or even the sweeper, or even the rickshaw driver, if you are taking a rickshaw to anywhere, you will ask the local person, or even in the local area if you are taking it, you select the one who is a good human being, right? You will not ask, who is the merit one among rickshaw drivers who have scored more in 10th. Do you ask like that? Anyone? You will ask his PU marks. Okay, there are 10 rickshaws standing. Who got highest marks in the PUC? Come, I want you only. You will ask that? No. You will see that who is trustworthy, who is responsible, who is a good person, and you choose him. You respect him. You treat him well. Right? So this is what we need to teach our kids. Yes, marks is important, studies are important for sure. But also at the same time you need to say that this is not the whole life. This is not the only life. Even if you fail to get good marks also, at least become a good human being. You need to be a trustworthy person. You need to be a responsible person. You need to be a good human being. That is important for the life, not the marks. We as a parent or we as a society, we are failing to inform these things to the kid. That's why they are trying or attempting the suicide. This is a social responsibility. This is not just, my daughter has not done this, my son is safe. Whenever we read the newspaper, we go and we check our kids. They are safe. We forgot the news. No. This is the social responsibility. That kid dies, this kid dies, whoever it is, the responsibility is ours. We need to take the responsibility in talking to them, in making them understand that life is all about how good you are, right? Nobody will assess you on the basis of the PU mark or the 10th marks. Nobody. Such a tender lives are like, they are going like this. It's so disturbing it is. Why? Our mistake. We as whoever, we are all like, we call as adult. What is our responsibility? If you are failing to inform or give the knowledge for the younger generation, what we are doing? We say that no, I am doing my job perfectly. Going to office and coming back, getting the salary, that is the only job for us? No. Social responsibility. We need to start talking about it. Because we don't talk about it, right? Nobody will tell you that nobody will ask your 12th marks. You don't bother, but you study, you take knowledge. We think that no, he will take it for granted. Already he is not studying. If I say that, he will definitely not study. All these things we will say, and we will stop doing all these things. No, we have to talk, we have to tell, we have to create the awareness in the society. It is not just for your kid, my kid, no. It is for everyone. Because imagine, जो generation अभी आने वाला है, now we are adults, in future 10-20 years we will become old. The new generation which is coming, what point of view it will be having, what perspective they are having in their mind, how the society will be. You just imagine, one nuclear bomb can kill so many people, and we are so stupid and we are preparing 50, 100, 20 thousands of that nuclear bomb. Why? For what sake? Right? If I want to attack one country and kill them, one nuclear bomb is enough for a small country. But how many I have? 20, 30, 40, 100 for safety. What safety? You are not only destroying other country, we are also destructing our own country as well. So we are thinking that we are becoming smart enough day by day. No. We are becoming more and more stupid every day. That's why, coming back to Ayurveda, why Ayurveda? Because Ayurveda teaches you everything. All this life awareness, the things about life, what is life, how to lead it gracefully. How to take, see, Garbha Samskara tells about how to give the birth or the new life gracefully, and at the same time Ayurveda also teaches how to die gracefully. Everything it is there in Ayurveda. So we have to go back to the basics of Ayurveda, at least show some interest in learning all these things and start implementing it in our lifetime. So that increases the quality of our life, because you are all here for your health, and I don't want you to only get treatment for the health. No, I also want to uplift you all, even in the spirituality as well, even in that knowledge point of view. You need to know that how rich we were, all the Indians. We were all so rich in the knowledge, in the common sense. Nowadays you can see that we are all highly educated, but sorry to say that highly educated people are having less common sense. They are more stupid. They think they have all the smart gadgets, smartphone, smartwatch, everything. But if I ask their smart intelligence, zero. We are totally depending on the artificial intelligence. It's not done. This is not the sustainable way. It is not going to last longer. When we are young, we were like all the tables in our mouth, right? Now you ask the kid, for the 10th standard kid, ask 16 8s, how much? We need calculator. Why? Because intelligence, artificial intelligence, help of that, and we are not using this. The multi-speciality motherboard is here. We are keeping it aside and depending on the temporary intelligence. No. It's not the right path. It is not the sustainable path. We need to go back to using our senses, these sense organs. They are the blessings, and we are abusing it. We are not using it properly. We are not even overusing it. We are abusing this. That's why so many problems. We need to start respecting our body, start using the senses properly, and have to live a life with little more of love, little more of happiness, little more of the kindness, helping someone. If you can't help him with the finance or the anything else, just give a smile. It gives so much of the relief to that person. We need to be kind. We need to be truthful. We need to be honest. We need to be lovable. It is not that just everyone has to love me. If you are like a Karela and if you think that everyone should show you the love and respect they are showing to the mango, how it is possible? If you want to get the respect and love, you become a mango. Then people will come and respect you. And at the same time, when the people come and love you, at the same time you need to remember that they will not only admire you, they will cut and eat you. That also you need to be ready to accept. Our mindset is like, okay, I am a Karela, people are going away from me, I am depressed because nobody is liking me, nobody is talking to me, nobody is admiring me. Okay, then we say that no, you become one mango, everyone will admire you. Okay, I'll try and I'll change everything, I'll become a mango with a lot of effort. And after becoming mango, people are admiring, I'm so happy. And then one person comes with a knife and cuts me and eats me off. I was like, what happened? I was good like before only. In the Karela part only I was better. Because when you are, see, when the people are admiring you, or when everyone is lovable or adorable for someone else, you only see that good part. You don't see the next part, what happens, coming with a knife and cutting it off. So for all the situations we have to be ready and we have to accept the reality. This is how it is. If you are like a Karela, don't try to change yourself to mango, but at least try to accept that, okay, I am like this. So people are staying away from me, that's okay. That's okay for me. So try to accept the situation. Or let's say you are a mango by nature, you are lovable, adorable, everyone is admiring you. At the same time, please remind yourself that people are going to use you, or people are going to come to you only it is fruiting. Do you go to mango tree other time of the year? If you have a mango tree at your home, when you will go to mango tree? Only in the season when it is giving the fruit. That's how in the life also people will come to you only when they have something from you. Otherwise they will not come to you. So people are not coming to you. That doesn't mean that you are not worthy, or that doesn't mean that you are not good enough. If a mango tree is sitting and crying for all the rest of the months, nobody is coming to me, nobody is coming to me, why they will come to you? When you give the fruit, then only they will come to you, na? That's how, that is the reality of the life. That we all have to understand. That we all have to accept. Acceptance is the first line of the treatment. Remember, whatever the problem you may be suffering with, knee pain, joint pain, vata, pitta, kapha, whatever it is, the first line of treatment is acceptance. You need to accept the condition, what it is. Yes, this is the body what I have been given, and this is the condition what it is there. You need to accept, and when you accept, the diet becomes easier because you already accepted the condition, and accordingly whatever the diet I am giving, you will be ready to follow it. What happens when I give the diet? If you are not accepting your condition, you are like, इतना ही है ना, बहुत ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, क्यों इतना सारा डाइट करूँ? Why to put so much of effort when I am not having so big problem or that problem? Or there are also people, oh, so many problem, already so much of the pain, and over that this much diet, this is also painful. Both the way people are thinking. But remember, acceptance is the first line of the treatment. You have to accept whatever it is condition, first accept it. Half of the pain is gone. Acceptance is the first line of the treatment. And then correct habit of the food, correcting your lifestyle, the mistakes what you are doing, everything, and doing good to the people, the remaining thing. And a little bit of the ayurveda, medicines, panchakarma, they are all like helping you, just like the way when your vehicle is broken, you just go to the garage and set it, correct it out. You cannot leave your vehicle always there, no? Maintenance has to be done by you only. You have to do the maintenance every year. You have to take it for the servicing every year. Why? It should not stop in between, and it should give the good mileage. Same way with your body. It is not like only, now I am fine, why I have to go to Ayurveda and Panchakarma and all. You have to go. It is just like servicing the vehicle. This body also needs that servicing. You have to do the servicing for your body so that it can give the good mileage. It cannot stop in between the destination. Your destination is moksha sadhana, but this body, with this body, how it is possible? Not possible. If your body is not in the good condition, moksha sadhana not possible. That's why you have to take care of your body, respect your body, and ready to change the diet or the food or the lifestyle corrections, whatever it is. Then the health is always with you. Health is like your partner, the wife or the husband. Whenever all the needs are fulfilled, they are with you. If something goes down, fighting. I don't want to live with you, I don't want to live with you. Why? Because the needs are not fulfilled completely, or the adjustment is not happening. Then this fight begins. Same way with your body and the health. If you follow the food, lifestyle, and the good positive mind, everything will be fine. If you don't follow the food habits, if you don't correct your lifestyle, definitely health will also be saying that no, I don't want to work for you. I don't give you that, I don't give you this. That's all happens. That's why it's a relationship, the constant relationship. Every day you have to work for your health. The boss and employee relationship. 1 month, if your boss doesn't give you the salary, you go to that company, you wait for another month, and then you say goodbye, tata. I have my better option, better offer in other company, I will go. Same way with your body. But still, no, your body is much better than you. You would have left your boss long time ago. If your body is like, even though you are doing all the improper diet, improper routine and all, your body is still working for you. So respect that body, take care of your body, love the body as it is, and acceptance is the key.
ನಿಮಗೆ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗಿದೆ ಆದರೆ ನೀವಿನ್ನೂ ನಮ್ಮ ಚಾನಲ್ನ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಈಗಲೇ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇರೋಂಥ ಬೆಲ್ ಐಕಾನ್ ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಆಗ ನಾನು ಮುಂದೆ ಹಾಕುವಂತಹ ಎಲ್ಲ ವಿಡಿಯೋಗಳ ನೋಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಕೂಡ ನಿಮಗೆ ಸಿಗತ್ತೆ. ಇನ್ನಷ್ಟು ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಹಿತಿಯೊಂದಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಎದುರು ಬರ್ತೇನೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿಯ ತನಕ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.